Namaskara. Welcome to Ashtavandhanam. Today we are going to talk about the first chapter of 6th class. Food. Where does it come from? What did you eat at home today? Find out what your friend had today. Did you eat the same kind of food yesterday and today? We all eat different kinds of food at different time, isn't it? Definitely. I think what did you add today? So maybe you add chapati, dal, bati, churma, different varieties of food. And second question is find out what your friend ate today. Simply, they also used to eat this thing. If you are talking about Rajasthan, then definitely they are also using the same thing. Did you add the same kind of food yesterday? Yeah, we used to add same kind of food on the daily basis like chapati, dal bati churma, rice. On some occasion like wedding and some anniversaries, we used to add some special kind of food. And if we talk about in one day, we used to add different types of food. For example, if you are talking about morning, then we took breakfast. If you are talking about afternoon, then we used to take lunch. If you are talking about like nighttime, then we used to take dinner and supper as well. Now we are talking about food variety. Ask your friend in the school about the item they would be eating during a day. Maybe they are eating some chapatis and paratha of aloo and maybe different things. See, if you can also get this information from friend saying in different states of India. For example, look like that I have one friend from Tamil Nadu. So if that friend is eating the same food what I am eating, no, it's not necessary because there is a geographical change there. That's why they are used to eat different food. For example, they used to cook rice in their dinner and so many times and we used to add chapati like that. So, list all the items in your notebook as given in table 1.1 for as many friends as possible. You have to ask from your friend from different states. If you are not having like your friend from different states, maybe because you are learning and studying in like a school, then maybe you are not having the different state friends, then don't worry about it. Just ask to your like nearby friends. Nearby friend means your village friend or a college friend, whatever you have. What do we add? Name of the friend or student you have to mention. And food item eaten in a day. Okay, just mention this thing. And one thing as well, you have to do this work from yourself because that is simple activity. You can put your name like first name looks like Ramesh. Student name is Ramesh. Food item eaten in a day, maybe chapati and dal. Second name is Jhansi. Food item eaten in a day, maybe rice. In that way, you have to fill this table. Remember it. Now we are going to take a look on this image. As you can see here, this image. Okay, this is like the leaf of banana tree, and nearby you can saw fish. Nearby some different recipes. So simply this recipe. I'm talking about this recipe, idli. So this recipe used to eat in the area of South India, and we are living in North India. Okay, I'm not saying we cannot eat this thing. We can eat this thing, but it is going to use at a large scale by South Indian people on the daily basis. And fish is also one food. Some person used to add this food, and remember it: the person or the organism which eat the meat, this is known as carnivores. I think you know. Definitely you know. Second thing is this. There seem to be so much variety in the food that we eat. Definitely, there is too much, a lot of variety. In India as well. I'm not talking about foreign countries. I'm only talking about India. If you saw the India, then India is too huge. India is a variety. Or you can say too many things present in India at the same time. From desert to Himalaya. each and everything. Okay, remember it. What are these food items made of? Simply, sometime you can say ingredients are main thing. Maybe ingredient like you can talk. For example, if you talking about ingredients, then rice and wheat. So many ingredients are present. Okay, vegetable, salt, and so many. Think about rice cooked at home, right? I think you also know rice. We take raw rice and boil it in water. Just two material or ingredients are needed to prepare a dish of boiled rice. It's simple. Just put the water, boil it, just put the rice, boil it, and the boiled rice are ready. On the other hand, some food items are made with many ingredients. To prepare a vegetable curry, we need different kinds of vegetables, salt, spices, oil, and so on and so forth. Simply remember it. Vegetable curry means sabji in Hindi. And now we are going to take a look on activity 2. Choose some of the item you listed in the table 1.1. This table, okay? I am talking about this. Yeah. And try to find out what ingredients are used to prepare each by discussing with your friends and elder at your home. Elder means your father, mother, elder brother, whatever you have. Elder cousin as well. List them in table 1.2, means this table. Okay. Some example are given here. Add some more item to this list. Table 1.2 and food item and their ingredients. So here this in this section the food item are present, and in this section the ingredients. Ingredients means those things from which the food item is going to ready. So roti in Hindi and chapati in English. So we used to make roti or chapati with the help of atta, okay, flour in English, and water, dal. And if you have to make dal, then simply you can think like that pulsage and water, salt, oil slash ghee. You can also use oil or ghee, depends on you, and spices. These are all important thing if you talk about. If you have to make this, then you have to do simply one thing: put pulsage, water, salt, oil or slash ghee, spices in a like a manner, a fixed manner, and then you can make dal. What do we find? Do we find some ingredients common for different food items? Discuss in class. So, where do these ingredients come from? Simply, those ingredients, or if you talk about a lot of ingredients in the world right now, used to came from only two sources. You have to remember this thing. And think as well. What's the name of those two sources? If you really run your brain, then you are definitely going to find the answer. Just think. I think you know we used to add chapati, roti. Just find out from which source chapati used to came. It's like not like that. You are just going nearby tree and you are just plugging out and plugging some chapati from there. No, it's not like that. We have to do so many things. We have to collect the wheat, then we have to grind it, then we have to make flour, then we have to mix water and flour, then we are going to make dough, and then we are going to make chapati. It's a long process, not short process. So now I think you are getting my point, right? There are two sources, as mentioned here as well. First source is plant source, and second source is animal source. Plant source means the things which we get from plants, and the animal source means the things which we get from animals. Simply, isn't it? Food materials and sources. It may be easy for us to guess the source for some of the ingredients that we listed in table 1.2. As you can saw here, this is table 1.2. Roti, chapati, atta, water, pulsage, water, salt, oil, ghee, spices, so many things are present. Fruits and vegetables, for instance, where do they come from? The answer is plants. Of course, because we know now, food and vegetable used to come from plants. What are the sources of rice or wheat? Yeah, plant as well. Definitely, the answer of this question is plants as well. You may have seen paddy or wheat fields with rows and rows of plant, which give us these grains. And then there are food items like milk, egg, and meat, which come from animal. As you saw in the dusk time or dawn time, we used to bring some milk or we used to extract some milk from cows, right? Because we know the milk is only and only we can get milk from animal source. Okay, we cannot get milk from plant source. Nowadays we are also getting milk from plant source as well, but it's not really good in comparison to animal source. Really. Activity 3. Let's take the food item listed earlier and try to find out where they come from, the ingredient and the source. Some examples are shown in table 1.3. Fill the blank or fill in the blank in the table 1.3 and add some more example to this list. As you can saw and this is the 1 row, 2 row, 3 and so many row present here. It doesn't matter which crop is it, maybe wheat or anything else, but yeah, it's a paddy field as you can saw here. Okay, paddy field. Example A is paddy field and example B is wheat. Got it? So now we are moving forward to this thing, table 1.3. This is the food item, this is the ingredient, this is the sources. These are the sources. Okay, so food item, idli. By the way, I really love idli too much. But if you talk about the most lovable thing, then dosa. Dosa is the favorite thing for me. So I don't know if you are having some different, because different person have different taste things, right? So food item, idli. Ingredients, there are 4 ingredients: rice, urad dal, in Hindi it's known as urad ki dal, salt and water. All are only and only one source. All are having one source. Source name is plant. And the second example is this chicken curry. So there are some ingredients like chicken, spices, oil slash ghee. Oil slash ghee means you can use oil, and if you don't want to use oil, then you can also use ghee as well. And fourth thing is water. And as you know, we get spices from plants. And that's why there are 2 sources present here. Okay? Chicken we got from animals, and spices and other thing we got from plants. Kheer. I think definitely a lot of children have their favorite food as a kheer, right? You have to tell the answer. And ingredients are milk, rice and sugar. It's too much easy. Just put rice, milk and sugar and then the kheer is ready. And we are having some source. We get milk from animal and rice from plants. It's easy. And then our kheer is ready. Now we are here. What do we conclude from activity 3? We conclude plants are the source of food. Ingredients like grains, cereals, vegetable and fruits. One thing, just search in the dictionary and just tell the meaning of cereals. Okay? I can tell the meaning, but you have to do this research. Got it? You have to tell the meaning here on this platform. Animals provide us like milk, meat product and eggs. And one thing as well, milk product as well. Okay? Cows, goats and buffaloes are some common example or animals which give us milk. Milk and milk product. Milk product like, remember it, butter, cream, cheese and curd are used all over the world. Can you name some other animal which give us milk? So you have to give the question's answer here in that platform. Okay? I think you know where we can give the question's answer. Now we are going to study plants part because we previously saw there are so many function and useful function of plants. So we have to know what's the structure of them and how they produce food. Okay, did you know plant produce food by themselves? Remember it. Okay, so how they produce their own food, that's why they are known as autotrophic. Okay, plant are one source of food. Which part of a plant? We eat many leaf vegetables. We eat fruits of some plant, sometimes roots, sometimes stems, and even flowers as well. Have you ever seen pumpkin? I think you've seen definitely. Pumpkin. I think you know kaddu, right? Pumpkin. Definitely we saw. So now the question is this. Wait a second. Yeah, pumpkin flour dipped in rice paste and fried. Try it. Yeah, you can do this thing. Okay, really, this thing. This. We saw pumpkin, and that line is talking about pumpkin flour dipped in rice paste and just fry it. Okay, it's fantastic. Really, just do this thing. Paheli wants to know if any of our food comes from sources other than plants and animals. Yeah, mushrooms. Mushroom is not plant. Mushroom is an example of fungi. Okay, so this is the answer of Paheli. Some plants have two or more edible or simply eatable parts. Seeds of mustard plant give us oil, remember it, and the leaves are used as vegetable. Can you think of the different parts of a banana plant that are used as food? Think of more example where two or more parts of a single plant are used as a food. Yeah, there are some examples like coconut tree, banana tree. These are the example. Okay, we can use like banana tree leaves as a plate. And remember it, if you are going to eat your food on banana leaf, then it's really beneficial for you according to Ayurveda as well. This is the structure of different edible parts of plant. We have to know what are the different structure of plants, okay, or different parts of plant. First and foremost, the upper part, flower. Remember it, flower is a reproductive part of plant as well. Okay, this is fruit, as you know, fruit. This is stem. Okay, this is leaves. This is also leaf. So many leaves are present. This is node, this is internode, this is bud. I really want to mention one thing. Remember this thing. This is node, as you can saw here. This area is node. From one node to another node, the middle part is known as internode. Okay, remember this thing. And this structure is known as bud. And in later classes, you are going to know one word, axillary bud. Okay, so this thing, bud, remember it, this is known as node, and the distance or the space from one node to another node is known as internode. Okay, and if you are getting any bud present there in mid, like in between two nodes, then this is known as bud, as you can saw here. Remember, this is the important thing. And one main thing as well, guys, this is known as shoot system from here to here. That is not that shoot, means goli marna. That's a different shoot. Okay, so this is a shoot system, and the below part means this part is known as root system. The first root which is attached to stem, this is known as primary root. The another root which are going to extend furthermore, this is known as secondary root. And in some plants, tertiary root is also present there. Okay, so this system is known as root system. So remember it. Once again, this is flower part, It is also known as reproductive part as well. This is fruit, as you can see. This is stem. This is leaves. This is node, and the distance from one node to another node is known as internode, and this is known as bud. And all the things is under this system, shoot system, and those things which are below or beneath the earth, this is known as root system. And root system includes primary root and secondary root. The later chapter we are going to read in part 2.
पुनर्दर्शनाय जय महाकाली।